This is the story of how a homeless man hacked the New York Times. In the early 2000s, a young man known for his brilliance and unconventional lifestyle became one of the most infamous hackers in the United States. Adrian Lamo, often called the homeless hacker, used his extraordinary skills to infiltrate some of the country's most high-profile networks, including the New York Times, Microsoft, and Yahoo. But Lamo wasn't motivated by money. He claimed he wanted to expose vulnerabilities and challenge authority. This is the true story of Adrian Lamo, the hacker who shocked corporations and government agencies alike. Growing up in Boston, Adrian Lamo showed an early aptitude for computers and programming. By the time he was a teenager, he had developed a reputation within online hacker communities for his skills and unique approach. However, his personal life was far from conventional. Lamo lived a nomadic lifestyle, often without a permanent home or steady employment, which earned him the moniker homeless hacker. Despite his unconventional living situation, Lamo's passion for technology remained steadfast. He spent much of his time exploring computer networks and systems, searching for vulnerabilities and potential areas of improvement. His curiosity and drive to understand how things work led him to become one of the most successful hackers of his generation. At 20, Lamo's hacking skills caught the attention of security experts at Yahoo, when he managed to penetrate their network and gain access to sensitive areas. Instead of exploiting the vulnerabilities for personal gain, Lamo contacted Yahoo and informed them of the issues, demonstrating his intention to be a white-hat hacker. Impressed by his skills and ethical approach, Yahoo hired Lamo, and he became part of their security team. This marked a significant point in his career, showcasing his talent and commitment to using his abilities responsibly. However, Lamo's association with Yahoo did not last long, as he soon left the company to pursue freelance opportunities. During this time, he continued to hone his hacking skills and explore various computer systems, setting the stage for his future exploits. In 2002, Adrian Lamo made headlines when he successfully hacked into the computer network of the New York Times. The extent of his intrusion was staggering. He gained access to several sensitive areas of the network where he found and read confidential files. This included information about upcoming news stories, internal memos, and even social security numbers of employees. His intrusion raised serious concerns about the security measures in place at one of the most reputable news organizations in the world. Despite having access to such sensitive information, Lamo chose not to exploit it for personal gain. Instead, he spent several weeks exploring the network before ultimately deleting the data he had accessed. It's important to note that although Lamo had gained unauthorized access to the system, he did not steal any information or attempt to use it against the company. He simply demonstrated that the security was inadequate and the company needed to do better. After several weeks, Lamo informed the New York Times about the vulnerabilities he had discovered. He explained that he had not stolen any data and only wanted to prove the seriousness of the security lapses. The revelation of the hack sent shockwaves through the organization and the broader tech industry. Many questioned how someone could have penetrated one of the most secure networks in the world, and why Lamo had taken so long to disclose the breach. The New York Times took swift action to improve its security protocols and investigate the incident thoroughly. The news of the hack also raised questions about Lamo's motivations. Why would a skilled hacker target such a prominent organization? What drove him to choose the New York Times as his point of intrusion? As investigations deepened, more details about Lamo's background and hacking philosophy came to light. His unconventional lifestyle and past activities were scrutinized, shedding light on the unique individual behind the audacious hack. In the aftermath of the New York Times hack, Adrian Lamo continued his activities as a freelance security consultant and hacker. He worked with various companies to help them identify and fix vulnerabilities in their networks. Lamo also began speaking at conferences and events about the importance of cybersecurity and the evolving threat landscape. His talks were well received, providing insights into the mind of a skilled hacker and the challenges of protecting against cyber threats. However, Lamo's time in the spotlight was not without controversy. In 2003, he was arrested by federal authorities for his role in a series of hacks targeting several high-profile organizations, including Yahoo, Google, and Microsoft. The charges against Lamo were significant, and he faced the possibility of substantial fines and imprisonment. The news of his arrest sent ripples through the tech community. Many questioned the severity of the charges and whether Lamo's actions warranted such strong legal action. The case raised questions about the evolving legal landscape of hacking and the balance between protecting intellectual property and freedom of exploration in the digital realm. As the legal proceedings against Lamo progressed, more information about the charges and his defense emerged. It was revealed that Lamo had gained unauthorized access to these companies' systems, but he argued that he had done so to expose vulnerabilities, not for personal gain. The controversy surrounding Lamo's arrest intensified, turning him into a symbol of the ongoing debate about the nature and consequences of hacking. Supporters argued that Lamo was a skilled security researcher, who had acted in good faith to help companies improve their security. Opponents, however, argued that his actions were illegal and that he should be held accountable for breaching security protocols regardless of his intentions. Ultimately, Lamo reached a plea agreement with prosecutors, pleading guilty to certain charges. The terms of the agreement included a suspended prison sentence, probation, and community service. The news of the plea agreement sparked mixed reactions. Some viewed it as a fair resolution that acknowledged Lamo's contributions to cybersecurity, while holding him accountable for his actions. Others, however, felt that the sentence was too lenient and did not send a strong enough message about the consequences of hacking. In the years following his arrest, Lamo continued to be a prominent figure in the cybersecurity community. He remained active in raising awareness about cybersecurity best practices and advocating for responsible hacking. Despite the controversy surrounding his past, Lamo's expertise and unique perspective continued to be valued in the field. However, a new chapter in Lamo's story emerged when he became involved in the case of Chelsea Manning, a soldier who leaked classified documents to WikiLeaks. Lamo played a significant role in Manning's trial, providing information that led to her conviction. This involvement further complicated his legacy, with some accusing him of betrayal and others defending his actions as being in the best interest of justice. In 2013, Adrian Lamo made headlines once again, but this time for a shocking and disturbing reason. He had been charged with the murder of a 43-year-old resident in his hometown of Boston. According to reports, Lamo had been staying at the victim's residence when the alleged crime took place. The details surrounding the incident were scarce, and the full story remains unclear. However, sources suggested that the case involved personal relationships and domestic violence. The news of the murder charges sent shockwaves through those who knew Lamo, painting a starkly different picture of the celebrated hacker. Many struggled to reconcile the image of the brilliant and eccentric security expert with the alleged crime he had been accused of committing. The case raised profound questions about mental health, relationships, and the complexities of human behavior. As the legal process unfolded, more details emerged about the incident, shedding light on the tragic circumstances that led to the murder charges. The case highlighted the darker aspects of human behavior and the challenges of seeking justice in complex personal relationships. In 2018, Adrian Lamo passed away at the age of 37. The circumstances surrounding his death were kept private, and the news of his passing left the cybersecurity community shocked and saddened. Lamo's death marked the end of a life that had been filled with both brilliance and controversy. Throughout his life, Lamo is known for his eccentric personality, nomadic lifestyle, and unwavering dedication to his craft. He was a brilliant security researcher whose contributions helped many companies strengthen their cybersecurity protocols. However, Lamo's life was not without its shadows. He faced legal troubles due to his hacking activities, and his involvement in the case of Chelsea Manning further tarnished his public image. Nevertheless, his death prompted an outpouring of grief and remembrance from those who had worked with him and those who admired his skills. The cybersecurity community mourned the loss of a gifted individual whose contributions had shaped the field. The death of Adrian Lamo serves as a somber reminder of the complexities of life and the challenges of balancing brilliance with personal struggles. As we remember him, let us also reflect on the importance of mental health awareness, the power of forgiveness, and the enduring impact of a life lived on the edge. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to stay updated on our latest videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.